Hey, what's up guys? I'm here. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going over some fun facts about Sonic the Hedgehog and his team. Let's get right into it. Okay, so first up, Sonic. Sonic was not the first character that was created for Sonic the Hedgehog. The first actual Sonic game was called Sonic the Hedgehog, but the first character created was actually Tails. He was initially just called to Tails. He didn't have any shoes or gloves either. And he was just kind of like this, two-tailed fox. And then they had to figure out what to do with him. They thought about giving him a buddy. That buddy would become Sonic. So Tails was originally meant to be a sidekick and Sonic was meant to be a little bit more animalistic, I guess you could say. But in the end, Sonic ended up being the main character and Tails ended up being his sidekick instead. Sonic's middle name is Morris. This can be seen in the Sonic CD manual. It's never really spoken of though, and I don't think it's ever been confirmed if this middle name is still canon. But it's an interesting fact nonetheless. Sonic was originally designed to look like a mixture between a mouse and a hedgehog. And there are actually some early designs of Sonic that look kind of mousy. You can see some of those later on in the Sonic the Hedgehog 1 development, especially with the way that he runs, kind of reminds me of a mouse. But I guess they decided to go with the whole hedgehog look and drop the mouse thing. Okay, next up, Tails. Most people don't know this, but Tails was actually meant to be playable in Sonic 2. There are actually some beta versions of Sonic the Hedgehog that feature Tails as a playable character with his own distinct moves and abilities. Unfortunately, they ended up cutting him from the final build. I don't know why. I think they just wanted Sonic to be the only playable character. But it's an interesting fact nonetheless. Tails is also a very good pilot. In some of the Archie comics, it's shown that Tails is an excellent pilot and can fly the tornado just about anywhere without a map or anything. And finally, he has a twin sister named Tails. She's only appeared in the Archie comics and she's basically just a female version of Tails. Okay, now let's move on to Knuckles. Knuckles' original design was actually much more bulky than his later designs. His shoes were also red instead of black. And he actually had gloves, which is weird because hedgehogs don't wear gloves. Knuckles was originally also meant to be a lot meaner than he is now. I guess they decided to make him a lot more friendly. And that's why he's such a good guy now. Knuckles' fighting style is based off of a capoeira. If you don't know what capoeira is, it's a martial art that originated in Brazil and it's known for its acrobatic moves and kicks. You can definitely see this in Knuckles' fighting style. He does a lot of flips and kicks. And finally, Knuckles is the only member of the main Sonic cast that doesn't live in Sonic's world. Knuckles lives in his own world called Angel Island. Okay, now let's move on to Amy. A lot of people don't know this, but Amy was originally going to be a completely different character. She was going to be a porcupine, but they changed her to a hedgehog because they thought it would be cooler. I think a porcupine would have been pretty cool. But I'm glad that they changed it because we got the iconic look that we have now. Amy was originally going to be a lot more tomboyish, but they changed her to be a lot more girly after they found out that the majority of their fans were actually girls. Amy has a huge crush on Sonic, but it's unknown whether or not Sonic feels the same way. I'm not sure. I feel like he's just kind of oblivious to it most of the time. And finally, Amy's signature move is called the spin attack. It's pretty much just like Sonic's spin attack, except she does it with her hammer. And lastly, we have Shadow. Shadow's final design was actually a last-minute thing. Originally, he was going to wear these weird goggles and he was going to have a completely different color scheme. He was also going to be a lot more evil, but they decided to make him a lot more heroic in the end. Shadow's fighting style is actually based off of a fighting style called Baritsu. It's basically a mixture between judo and karate. Shadow has a big rivalry with both Sonic and Silver. He sees them as equals, and finally, Shadow is technically immortal. He has the ability to use Chaos Control to cheat death itself. So yeah, there you have it. Those are some fun facts about Sonic and his friends. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you didn't, I guess this button works too. Subscribe if you want more content like this. But anyways, thanks for watching and have a good night.